Me-262 Interceptor 1. This was to be a fast interceptor fighter, differing from the Me-262A2 in the following respects. An HWK R-11, 211, 3 rocket unit is installed under the rear end of the fuselage. The rocket unit is similar to that of the Me-163. The rear 750-liter tank is replaced by one of 625 liters capacity containing C-Stoff. The forward tank, 900 liters, contains T-Stoff. A 395-liter jettisonable tank is carried under the fuselage for additional T-Stoff. An additional wheel is attached to each stub axle for takeoff. These wheels are jettisoned after takeoff. Span, 41.5 feet. Length, 34.8 feet. Height, 9.2 feet. Wing area, 223 square feet. Me-262 Interceptor 2. Developed from the Me-262A2, but with two BMW 003R units. Span, 41.5 feet. Length, 34.8 feet. Height, 9.2 feet. Wing area, 223 square feet. Maximum flying weight, 15,600 pounds. Landing weight, 10,000 pounds. Climb to 38,400 feet with turbojet and rocket units. 3.9 minutes including takeoff. 2.7 minutes excluding takeoff. Landing speed, 106 miles per hour. Armament, 5 Mk-108s. Me-262 Interceptor 3. The Me-262A2, but with the following modifications. Number 1. Installation of two HWK R-11, 211 bifuel rocket units. 2. Tanks manufactured from special material. 3. Bomb carrier modified for attachment of auxiliary tank. Me-262 Reconnaissance Aircraft. Aufklärer 1. Me-262 with no armament, but two cameras in the nose, mounted vertically. Cameras fitted are one RB-75/30 and one RB-20/30. A window is fitted in the bottom of the cockpit. Me-262 Reconnaissance Aircraft. Aufklärer 1A. Me-262 with two RN-75/30 cameras and provision for two Mk-108s. Major modifications include cockpit located in nose ahead of the leading edge of the wing. Camera installation and fuselage behind the rear tank. All fuel tanks protected. Me-262 Reconnaissance Aircraft. Aufklärer 2. Me-262A2 with the following modifications. Depth of fuselage increased to accommodate a 1,450-liter tank internally. Two auxiliary wheels for takeoff. Increased fin and rudder area. Cameras in nose portion. Me-262 High-Speed Bomber, Schnellbomber 1. The Me-262 developed as a high-speed bomber. Modifications include a 1,000-liter tank in the nose instead of armament, a rear tank also of 1,000-liter capacity instead of 750 liters, employment of two double-wheeled main undercarriage wheels for takeoff, additional wheels jettisoned. Me-262 high-speed bomber, Schnellbomber 1A, a modification of the Schnellbomber 1. Pilot's cockpit is in the nose, forward of the leading edge of the wing. 2 Mk-108s can be fitted in the nose. Me-262 high-speed bomber, Schnellbomber 2, developed from the Me-262A2. Modifications include fuselage depth increased to accommodate bombs internally, increased tankage, increased fin and rudder area. Dimensions similar, except that the height is increased to 9.85 feet. Me-262 HG-1. Messerschmitt's experiments to produce a high-speed fighter were to take place in 3 stages. The first, HG-1, had a forward strake going between the nose and the engines. This aircraft also had a 40-degree swept-back horizontal stabilizer, and also had a cut-down racing canopy. One prototype, the 262V9, was modified but did not include the forward strakes. The pilot kept bumping his head on the canopy, and the horizontal stabilizer, swept 40 degrees, was a complete failure. The engines were to be 2 Junkers UMO 004Bs. Me-262 HG-2. This variant extended the 40-degree wing sweep from the HG-1. It retained the cut-down canopy and had a new engine installed, the new Heinkel-Herth HES-011. The HG-2 also had 2 tail options, the standard Me-262 tail and a V-tail or butterfly tail. Messerschmitt 262 HG-3. The 262 HG-3 also had the original conventional tail unit or butterfly tail, and the wings were given a 45-degree sweep back for the proposed high speeds. The engines, 2 of the new Heinkel-Herth HES-011 turbojets, were mounted in the wing roots in order to keep the thrust as close to the center of mass as possible. Estimated performance was expected to be between 620 and 730 miles per hour, and a service ceiling of at least 35,000 feet. One proposed offshoot of the HG-3 was a night fighter, outfitted with radar in the nose and a second crewman in an elongated cockpit. Another was the HG-3/3, which repositioned the cockpit to the extreme aft of the fuselage, formed into the leading edge of the vertical stabilizer. Horizontal planes were affixed to the vertical portion of the new tail structure. Well, I found something on the Junkers wind tunnel model that Bill Higdon sent me, but that's all I got on that thing for now. And these Me-262 variations seem to just go on forever. These are all that I can find that seem to be under serious consideration. But there are many, many others that go on, showing strange configurations and things I'm sure wouldn't have been tried. We all know how these Argus pulse engines could shake an airplane apart with its sound. And that's all I got for right now. The present tense has been used for convenience in the following contexts. However, this does not mean that an aircraft is in existence or that one was ever built.